Live. Hey,
Hey.
friends. I am very happy to be with you all today. I'm going to stand over here. And thank you so much for being with us tonight. And thank you so much. Thank you and welcome.
Thank
Very
you.
excited. I
Yes.
don't know if anyone else stayed up to watch the magnificence that was the sky last night, but it was amazing. It was beautiful. Of course, the camera never does it any justice, but I
Exactly.
was filming with my iPhone and I was using my digital camera, and I actually got some decent shots with the camera, so I was happy about that. But it was just stunning. And
It was.
overall, it felt peaceful.
It really was. It really was. I forced myself to stay up, and like I was doing the thing, like brushing my teeth, getting ready for bed, and I kept like running over by the patio door because I had the beautiful view of it. And I was like peeking out, like, oh, it's almost, like total eclipse because you could still see the little ring, around the top. And by the time it was fully red, it was just like, oh my gosh, and it was so peaceful. I mean, it's still really cold here. It's like 52 degrees. Um, but what was really beautiful is not only was the blood moon itself beautiful to look at, and it was like the ambiance, everything was just peaceful. The only thing that I could hear was the honking of the tundra swans. So right now, because I live right on the bay, right on the lake, and so the tundra swans are doing their migration. And so what they do is they do this calling all night long. All I gotta say is, like, it's beautiful if you don't live over like 10 streets over that way, because it must be so loud on the water. But it was beautiful from my backyard because I could just kind of vaguely hear them, and I was sitting under like the moonlight, and it was so peaceful. Oftentimes, like, I hear these things about like an eclipse and how can it can be very intense, and I'm sure some of them can be, but this one particularly for me has been really peaceful, and it feels really good. So
Yes, I feel like
Mhm.
this is going to be ushering in some much needed energy to
Yes,
kind of spark some.
yes.
I've even noticed in myself because this full moon was very powerful, and
Mhm.
I have been feeling all kinds of effects probably starting 4 or 5 days ago. And
Yes,
so I feel like this moon in particular is just, it's gonna bring in some energy that we really need to make some changes and be brave in certain cases and really put yourself out there for the best possible reasons, which is for ourselves.
yes.
So I'm thrilled. It was beautiful last night. I
Hmm.
sat with my daughter.
Oh.
Of course, she was like, "How long do we have to be here?" I'm like, "For the entire time. We need to absorb all of the energy."
Yes.
What do you mean, how long? And,
Aw.
very typical for my son. He's always at the right place at the right time. And he stumbles in the door around 3 a.m. And I'm like, "Dude, where have you been? I thought you moved out." And he was like, "Oh, I was at my spot." He has a favorite spot in the neighborhood. "I was at my spot with my friends, and the neighbors were out, and they invited us over, and they had this huge telescope. So we were watching the blood moon from the," and I was like,
Oh, through a
"What the
telescope.
hell?
Jealous. Dang,
Why
dang
did
it.
you call me? Why did you call me?" Like, "Mom, get over here quick. They have a fancy telescope."
Right? Yes. Oh, wow. That is so cool. That sounds like my youngest son. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's always stumbling into things like that.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
like, "What?
Mhm.
How does this always happen to you?" Goodness gracious. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's been really good. Today's been a great day. I'm very excited for today. As you all know, this is a wonderful time. The full moon is a wonderful time to
Mm.
let go of things. I saw this really cool hashtag, "let go to grow." And I
Mhm.
love that. You have to let go of things in order to grow from the experience. And sometimes we think we let go, but we haven't actually. So I feel like that's really important. So I'm very excited about the letting go process, but also excited about gratitude and about intentions. Look at that. I'm so proud of myself, you guys,
Yes.
about intentions, setting intentions, planting those seeds. Uh, and I wanted to quickly share an experience actually right after the last full moon event that we did. Now, as you know, we collected everyone's wishes. People had things that they wanted to release, so we wrote all the names down and then we went and we tossed it into the fire. Can I tell you, the next day, 24 hours later, that fire was still trying to burn.
Wow.
All that stuff that we threw into the fire, that we were hoping to just burn to smithereens and just let go and get, that stuff was holding on tight. It did not want to end, and I refused. Normally at the end of a fire, I wanted, add water, and but at
Mhm.
this point, like, there was literally just embers. And I said,
Mhm.
I'm gonna let that die overnight because I really want for all the things that everyone let go of to just truly go.
Mhm.
And it
Mhm.
did not want to go, you guys. It did not want to go
Wow.
the next day. The next day, it was still, I could have started a new fire if I wanted to. I was like, oh, you're going down.
Yeah. Yes.
You're
Yes.
going down.
Oh my gosh,
So,
that's so
yes,
powerful.
it is. And I know a lot of people reached out after the last live and shared that it was a
Mm.
very powerful experience and that they felt something visceral, a
Yes.
visceral feeling watching their releases get dropped into the fire. And so I love that we're doing this. I'm happy to be here tonight doing it again, and
Mhm.
hopefully we see some beautiful change coming from the work that we're doing, because it's important, right? Like, it's not just all about, oh, let me get a tarot reading, let me what the cards say. No, like, it's deeper than that. Like, we actually have to do the work, and this, my friends, this is what I call doing the work.
That's right. Exactly.
hmm so maybe we can go to the chat and say hi to our friends.
Yes, yes.
It's kind of,
Alright.
let me see. Let me see. My chat has gotten away from me already.
That's okay. I can I got my laptop here. It might be a little bit easier. So, the first in we have Brienne. Hello, Brienne.
Hey, Brian.
Brienne mentioned that she's maybe has her daughter here with her today. So hello to Anne as well if you're watching. It's so nice to have you join us. Thank you so much for being here. We have Winds of Reflection, which is Ravneet. Hello. And Ravneet, you are so sweet thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. So much. And stay tuned because there is a card coming from that deck tonight. And it came in perfect timing. So
Mm,
we also have Inner Knowing. Hello. Moira is here, and so is Harvix. And we have Karen, Carrier Bard of Cards. So hello, everybody. So yes, make sure to like and subscribe to both of our channels. It's definitely going to help us grow in here, especially on this channel. Like I love that this is like a regular thing as often, of course, as we're able to do this, and it's so special to hold space for one another. And it's really interesting when I was over on Ramon's channel for In Orbit with, he was specifically asking, what is that? What do you mean by that? What is holding space? And this is an example of that right here. We're holding space for one another. This is like ceremony and ritual and healing, and we're coming together for like a common goal, right? Is to sort
mm,
of release and grow and yeah, and just come together and share in our human experiences. And so thank you all for being here and for wanting to do the work, right? Like you're saying. Like You're right. It's not all about just tarot readings. This is about actionable steps in our growth, right? Otherwise, we're just going to stay stuck in where we are and getting the same cards over and over, and that's not really helpful. So,
No, otherwise you end up. My stepson used to always say, "Oh, I feel like I take, you know, a step forward and then I end up taking 3 steps back." This is why. Because
right.
you're not making any changes. You're just doing the same thing over and over again.
That's
So
right.
yes. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that, Moira. Allowing. Yes.
Allowing.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, so true. So, so
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, of course, we have a lot of wonderful things planned for tonight.
Mhm.
And maybe we could start with a prayer.
Yeah.
I wanted to share a prayer to Grandmother Moon. I felt really called to have that moment with Grandmother Moon,
Mhm.
and hopefully you'll join in. And I would highly encourage you to, set your own space. We're getting ready to go into ritual work,
Mhm.
and this is a time of healing, but also we want to make sure to uh, bring in the proper protections for ourselves, for our intentions, and for the things that we are trying to do. If you're in your own home, maybe something you could do is perhaps dim the lights, maybe light a candle, burn some incense, and when you're ready, we can focus here on the fire, and I will go ahead and lead us through our prayer.
Mhm.
How does that sound?
It's so beautiful. And again, I just want to thank you once again for creating the space, for inviting us all here. I truly appreciate it. I know, just like you were mentioning the last live, I did feel a physical release. And also when I set my intentions as well, there was something extra potent about it. So thank you. Thank you so much. Because without you physically creating this space, we wouldn't be here. So thank you.
It's interesting as a side note, my daughter asked what I would do with the intentions that we collected in the gratitude jar. And I was like, well, of course, we're going to bury them. She was like, "What? Why don't we burn them in the fire? I really don't want to do that. I want to take the intentions and plant them like a seed in the soil."
Oh,
uh,
wow.
so that it grows. I don't know if anyone does like any type of this work regularly. I love to do like grid work where I set an intention. I've also done full moon water where I speak my intentions into the water and then drink the water.
Yes.
And I find that this is something that takes weeks to
Mhm.
manifest, but I do find that for me, it totally works. You know why? Because I believe in the power of intention. I
Yes.
believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the power of positive thinking
Mhm.
and generating positive energy in order to create change. So, with that being said, I will share a prayer, a poem, however you would like to think about it. This is written by Jordan Schroeder, and it is a letter to Grandmother Moon. Grandmother Moon, I invite your full energy into my being. I welcome this full moon with the energy to heal and stand true. I ask to be filled with the energy of guidance and wisdom to overcome any challenges in my life. I release fears, pains, and frustrations and ask for it all to be transmuted by healing, loving light. I accept change with an open heart and mind. I am grateful for the soothing full moon energy that restores my mind, heart, and soul. I ask for blessings to fulfill my dreams. I pray for the strength to stay true to myself and my soul's purpose. I give thanks for the love and abundance that I and those around me receive, with harm to no being.
Mm.
May the magic the full moon manifest my intention. I am ready, I trust, and so it is. So it is.
Wow. That is so beautiful. I had my eyes closed and I was picturing that moon last night, and of course here we are under the full moon, like actually, the full moon is out tonight and wow. That was beautiful.
So, so good.
That was so good. Wow.
Lovely. All right, friends. Hopefully, you found that helpful. I do see some comments coming through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing space. And these events, they wouldn't mean the same if you weren't here because
Yeah.
it's the positive energy of the people that come to join in that really help to create it and make it what it is. So,
Mhm.
thank you so much for being here tonight. And with that, I think I would invite you all to start thinking about your intentions, the things that you want to release,
Mm.
and the gratitude that you have in your heart.
Mm.
And while you're doing that, Ange and I will play our drums. And of course, we invite you to play your drums. It could be your bell, it could be chimes, it could be whatever you happen to have. And it could be in silence. Uh, so hopefully, you enjoy this.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so we'll cleanse. Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow. I love that. And just like last time when we do that and we kind of get into it and we're doing, obviously we're focusing on our own stuff that we're going to like let go and manifest, but I can also feel the energy of the people watching because they're sending their energy and they're doing their thing too, and I appreciate that, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Again, it's another way that we can support one another and hold space for one another.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That was amazing. I think that is like my favorite part of this practice. And I just love to share my drum with all of you. So hopefully you
Yes.
love it as much as we do.
I love it. I love it. It honestly reminds me of like the human heartbeat and how that connects us as well. And so, the beat of life and how Mother Nature has its own beat and the earth has its own. And so yeah, it's very powerful.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think with that, why don't we share a little bit? Because, in order to prepare for these events, this is a little bit of a learning, which is kind of fun and exciting for us too, right? Because we're not experts, by any means. But we like to do a little bit of research and share with you what we've been learning. So maybe, Ange, you can share a little bit about the full moon in the sign of Virgo.
Yes, I would love to. So, yeah, for those that don't know, in the Western astrology, I am the Virgo. So, I feel like when the full moon is in my sign, it's extra potent for me specifically, and so I definitely feel that this time around. And yeah, there's some information that I found on a couple of Instagram pages, and I just wanted to share what they wrote. Now, I'll go ahead and send these links of these pages to Elizabeth after, and so you can find these Instagram pages um, after the show in the description. But I will also go ahead and put them in the chat right now as I do them. Okay, so Instagram page. And this first one is an Instagram page called Astro A3H. Okay, Astro A3H. And this is the link. I'm going to drop it here so that you can follow along with me if you'd like, and maybe even support this creator. So, yes, so for many that already know, and maybe those that don't, yesterday was officially the start of the lunar eclipse. So when a lunar eclipse falls on a full moon, it's called a blood moon. Okay, so that is when the earth and the sun and the moon all align, and that the moon turns a bright red. So hopefully
Can
you
you
all.
see him there? That's the moon shining through.
Oh,
It's
is it?
Yes, it's starting
Oh,
to rise. It's starting to rise.
oh, look who showed up! Grandmother Moon. I love that.
Sorry
Oh,
about that. I just got
no.
excited.
No, I'm so excited too. That is so great. Yay, the moon showed up. um so yeah, I hopefully that you all some of you may have seen that moon last night in terms of the eclipse and the bright red. And if not, there's many pictures online, check it out. The energy of it's amazing. And of course, tonight, officially, it is the full moon now completely in Virgo, in the sign of Virgo. So on this Instagram page, it says, the lunar eclipse and full moon in Virgo is like the plot twist that you didn't see coming. It's pulling back the curtain on all the things you've been avoiding, the quiet truths, the messy feelings, the responsibilities you hoped would handle themselves. Virgo wants order, but this eclipse, it's showing you where things are out of order, especially in your relationships, health, and daily routines. Think of where Virgo lives in your chart. Opposite Saturn, it hits like a hard conversation, the kind where you realize what you've been settling for and that something has to give. You will feel the weight of your choices or lack thereof. And with the South Node involved, past wounds, old habits, and dynamics you thought were over might come knocking, asking for closure, or maybe one last test. It's not soft or subtle, but it's a chance to finally let go of what's been holding you back. Think of it as life saying, are you really ready to move forward? Prove it, my dear. So I thought that was great because I'm like, "Oh, dang, plot twist. Here we go." So, and it is not, it's nothing like Virgo to sort of like, remind you of the things that you haven't done yet or the things that you started and didn't finish or the things that you've been procrastinating on, maybe that pile of stuff in the corner of that room that you were supposed to, declutter and you didn't, things like that, right? But of course, it can go a little bit deeper, like this post was suggesting, in terms of, things that are holding you back and things that you haven't fully let go. Maybe even think back to last month under the full moon in Leo and how you were here and you were releasing things. Um, is there still maybe a little tethering to some of those things that didn't fully let go, right? So this is a time to sort of fully clear the way if you're able to. Um, and so there are some things from another page, and this is called Fire and Lux on Instagram. So I'm going to just type that into chat right here. Fire and Lux. Okay. And you can follow along here if you want. And so on Fire and Lux, they say these are sort of like affirmations that you can say under the full moon or the eclipse. I mean, I'm saying full moon and eclipse because, I mean, let's face it, we're still in the energy of the eclipse, right? So this is like um all of it together. So this is what they say: I release all that no longer serves my highest good, making space for growth and renewal. I embrace the darkness as a guide to my inner wisdom and personal transformation. I trust the universe timing and surrender to the changes that are unfolding in my life. I let go of past limitations and step into my true power with confidence. And I welcome clarity, healing, and the new beginnings with an open heart and mind. So, those are just a few things that you can focus on under this moon and repeat it to yourself as well to sort of, put it into motion, if you will. And right. And then one more that I found here. This is Mara and the Stars. So, let me just put it into chat here. Mara and the Stars. Okay. And Mara and the Stars says, eclipses are cosmic resets, moments when the universe steps in and reroutes us, often in ways we didn't even see coming. Again, we're talking about that plot twist, like we were talking about before, right? This total lunar eclipse in Virgo is no exception. It's a south node eclipse, meaning something is ready to be released. Whether it's a belief, a relationship, a way of moving through the world, this eclipse brings clarity where confusion once lingered. Known as the worm blood moon, its deep red hue reminds us that eclipses are thresholds, portals of transformation where the past meets the future. And with Virgo's precision at play, we're being asked to cut through illusions and refine what truly supports us. The balance between structure and surrender, Virgo is about efficiency, order, and mastery of details. Pisces, its opposite, teaches us to flow, to trust, and to embrace the unknown. And I love that because I'm Virgo and my friend there is Pisces, you know, um, uh, as well. So, not Elizabeth. Elizabeth is Aries, but I do have a good friend that's Pisces as well. So, and
Well,
then
it depends on the system, right? Because I would be Aries in one system and Pisces in a different system. So
true,
I do
true.
feel like I quite possibly, even though I don't like to admit it, I think I probably embrace both of those energies.
Yeah, I would definitely say you do. Yeah. And same here. Like I'm Virgo in Western, but I'm Leo in Sidereal. And I definitely embrace both of those for sure. I love that. Um, okay. And then it says this eclipse sits at the crossroads of these two energies, urging us to ask, am I keeping myself busy just to feel productive? Or is my work truly meaningful to me? Have I been so focused on controlling the details that I've lost sight of what actually matters? And where have I been procrastinating or avoiding decisions out of fear or uncertainty? Am I trusting the process or am I stuck trying to force an outcome? With the South Node's influence, outdated habits, especially perfectionism, over analysis, and tying our worth to productivity, are being exposed. And I'm being called out like live right now because that's me right there. Dang.
The moon
Uh,
is in your face.
right, exactly. Yeah, yep. But letting go does not have to mean chaos. It means refinement. This eclipse is about clearing space, not formless surrender, but for systems, relationships, and routines that generally nourish rather than deplete us. The fixed stars and Sabian symbols happening at 23 degrees Virgo. This eclipse aligns with the alpha fixed star Coma is it called? Associated with the devotion, vision, and movements of blindness, whether in love, faith, or commitment to an ideal. um, Having faith in your abilities. And let me see what else it says. Eclipses conceal before they reveal. So while something may feel like an ending now, clarity will come in time. Trust this unraveling. And okay, I think that is what I wanted to. Yeah, so the signs most affected by this moon and this eclipse, the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, especially those with planets or points between 19 and 29 degrees of the mutable signs. So this is all language of Karen, Carrier Bard of Cards. She would understand what all of this means way more than I do. Um, and then it says this warm blood moon total lunar eclipse isn't just about what's being taken away, it's about what's being made possible. If something is shifting, it's because a new chapter is calling. So let what needs to go go. Clarity is definitely on the horizon. So, yeah, those are a couple of different things that I found about that. Emotional and physical detox, in terms of cleansing and healing, it's definitely all about Virgo energy in this moon. And again, they call it the worm moon. If you think back to the first, if you were with us for the first ceremony here, we were mentioning that, each full moon was named for its seasons by our indigenous people, right? And so this one being the worm moon, being that, spring's on the horizon and the worm casts that are found in the ground, of course, as well. So there's many other names that the different tribes have named this moon, some being like the sap moon as well, because the sap is returning, flowing in the trees and things like that.
Mm.
So there's many different names, but those are the two that I came across. So just know that there are many different names and many different tribes that have named it something that would suit them in their geographical area at that time.
Ah,
So
beautiful.
yes. Oh wow.
So, so good. So, I am going to try not to repeat, but it might be hard. So, let me see here. I wanted to kind of touch on a few key points of lunar eclipse energy, which, of course, this was energy that came through that last night, but obviously it's very potent, right? So, you likely felt look at that, you likely felt the pull of it early, and you're going to continue to feel it as the days progress. And this is a time of very powerful transformation, but also a time of endings and beginnings. And I would love to to hear if anyone is comfortable sharing if you've seen any of that happen in the past few days for you specifically. The other thing I wanted to bring up is this is also a time of very heightened emotions. So emotions usually run very high during a lunar eclipse, and it's a time where people feel the need to kind of be more introspective and reflective, which is going to lead to deep inner work, which of course is perfect for the time for the year that we're in, actually, because this is the hermit year and also the year of the snake. So all of these energies are combined, like really pushing us to take those steps that we need to take in order to be the change. That's what I hear. Be the change. So this is a time for alignment, a time for realignment, right? Like there are many of us that have uh, put some steps in place, and we have action plans and the things that we want to see happen in our lives. And sometimes life happens, right? And we fall off track. Well, this is a perfect time to get back to the basics, and realign with the things that you are trying to do. It's really
Mhm.
going to help you find your true path. And it's like a cosmic reset button. And how fortunate that we have these in our life, right? It's going to really help us get back on track with the things that our soul is wanting us to do. So, with that being said, how do we use this energy, right? This is something that I really want to share. This is a time for reflection. This is a time for release, right? It's important to set intentions for the things that you are trying to do. Meditation is great if you are the type of person that likes to meditate, right? But this can also be through journaling, through visualization, however you like to do this kind of work. Make it work for you, right? But these are very potent. I already mentioned journaling, but here's another thing: rituals and ceremonies. Right? Take the time to create that space, that energy for you. You're doing this for yourself, right? You're worth it. This is a side note. Sometimes, the kids are hungry and they don't want to go in the kitchen and make something because they feel like, oh, it's too much work, it's too much effort, it's too much this and that. No, I tell them all the time, you know what? No, you're worth it. Get in that kitchen and make yourself something to eat and stop fooling around. And that's what I'm going to say to you. Get into your spiritual altar and do the work that you're being called to do, and you're going to feel so much better when you do it for yourself. And you're going to ask yourself, why did I procrastinate? Like, that
Yeah.
was so good and I feel so much better right now, right? So rituals and ceremonies, I would remind you to bring that into your practice. And then the best part, community sharing, right?
Mhm.
Create a space, create a space to be able to, like, this is the whole reason why we do these things, is to have a place where we can come in a family setting to share the things that we're learning, and the different ways in which we are growing. And hopefully you feel safe here, because we work really hard to make this a safe space for
Mhm.
everyone. And so, I really invite you to take that seriously.
Mhm.
you know, Spiritual work is very difficult and challenging. And sometimes the people that are like in our inner circle, they don't understand. Like, what are you doing? Like, what is all this? What do you mean you're going outside in the middle of the night to look at the moon?
Yeah.
Like, how's that supposed to do anything? You're missing out on a full night's sleep and you're going to be, groggy in the morning. No, they
Yeah.
don't. These people, they don't get it. They don't get
Right.
it, right? So
Yeah.
it's important to have a spiritual team, a spiritual community that's going to link arms with you and be like, oh, you did? That's so amazing. I did too. That's so
Mhm.
cool. What did you see?
Yes.
Like, you need that. You need those cheerleaders in your life.
Mhm.
And I don't know about anybody else, but I know I feel really excited to do that for anybody.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I would share about the lunar energy. This is a very potent time. This is not something that happens all the time here in this area. North America, we had like the most awesome view for it this
Yes.
time around, right?
Yes.
I had friends that reached out from other countries that were like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I did! I did!
Yes.
Here's the video." So yes,
Yep.
like, we're very fortunate that we were able to see it this time around.
Mhm.
And it's not just like seeing it. I love to also be able to share it with others. And
Mhm.
so I'll just point out, like, right there it is. That's the moon creeping through. Now, you can't see because it's dark, but there's like trees there and tons of branches and all the things. But there's the moon peeking out and is here and it's ready. It's ready to help us make the
Mhm.
change. And all we have to do is say, yes, I'm
Right.
present. Ah,
Absolutely. That's so
my goodness.
beautiful. Oh my gosh, thank you. Yes, and like you were saying, it's not just about, setting the intention, it's about taking the action afterwards too, and yeah, under this specific energy, it's really pushing us, to do that. It's like, okay, that's enough procrastinating. Let's go. Let's do this. And so yeah, I definitely feel that as well.
Gorgeous. Well, how about if we start to think about, I have, certain people in the chat have already started to drop different things that they're either looking to release or what have you. And I started to collect some, but I would invite you now, if you have an intention that you want to put forward, if you have a gratitude that you would like to see collected in the gratitude jar, this will sit out overnight, collecting the energy of the full moon. Okay. If you have something that you are wanting to release into the fire, please let us know. I'm happy to capture that information so that we can work on that part of the ritual tonight.
Hmm. That's beautiful. And yeah, so while you're all thinking of things that you would like to release or that you would like to manifest an intention in the jar, just you don't have to say what those things are. You can keep them private, but if you would like your name added to the fire or to the jar or both, just let us know in chat so that Elizabeth can make you a slip of paper and we can carry out this ritual for you. Um, I definitely know I would like one of each because you know me, I've been planning this as a Virgo I am. I've been planning this for a minute. Um, and then while you all do that and you take your time to do that, I maybe can show you some oracle cards that I came across. I don't have as many as I did the first time around, but the two do I have two or three? No, three. But there are two for sure that are really powerful that presented themselves to me. And oh, have a good night's sleep, Rain. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. Have a good night's sleep, my friend. Um, so the first oracle card comes from this deck here that a beautiful subscriber sent to me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And this is so interesting because this deck arrived on my doorstep yesterday, and I had no idea that this card would be in there. And check it out. We have the Blood Moon.
How cool is that?
I know, and that's the first card. Like I opened it up and I was like going through it, and it just kind of like fell out. I was like, okay, it was really interesting because Elizabeth and I we try to have like a little bit of structure, obviously, to put together for this live, but she's like, "Hey, like you can show, some of the oracle cards again." I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, I remember the first time those oracle cards sort of like came to me. It was really interesting. We talked about doing something like this, and every time I turned around to do something, something else would present itself to me, and I thought, "Oh, yeah, I can definitely do that." I don't know that I've had anything come to me for this blood moon or that I would even have anything that was related to that, but I'll definitely like keep my eye open. And right after I said that, I believe it was either that same day or the very next day, this showed up on my doorstep. So I didn't even know that it was coming. So that is so cool. So, okay, I would like to read to you from the guidebook of what this deck has to offer. And this deck is a rock pool deck, so it's mass market, but it's by Syrian Shadow, who is the same artist and author of the Gothic literature tarot and the what is the other one called? The
I don't know, but I love that gothic literature tarot.
Yeah. The other one, I
So
think it's called the
good.
Horror Oracle or something. Anyway, he has another one that's indie. But yeah, the Gothic literature is gorgeous. So, okay, so we have Blood Moon. It's a number 8 card, and it says illusion, uncertainty, and narcissism. Okay. So I'll read to you what the guidebook says. It says, be acutely aware of where you send your energy. Be mindful of false idols. You receive nothing from them in exchange for your energy and devotion. You will not reap any benefit or reward from this type of exchange. You may need to take control of your thoughts and redirect your energy to who and what is capable of reciprocating. Start by practicing daily affirmation of self love. Realize that not everyone will return the good that you send out. Release expectations. Be mindful of who and what you interact with on the earth and spiritual planes. I thought that part was interesting. Earth and spiritual planes, right? Your subconscious may be leading you down a path or of little or no return, causing you to be stagnant. You may benefit from spending less time consuming pop culture or entertainment and move into alignment by spending more time working on self development. Spirit says by redirecting your thoughts and energy to the appropriate channels that are capable of returning positive energy, like love and gratitude, you will open yourself up to receiving more of the same. And then the affirmation that they give for this card is I am whole and I do not need to chase anything or anyone in order to be complete. And I recognize the power in who I am. So, wow.
I love that.
I
I
was like,
recognize the
oh.
power of who I am.
Oh my goodness. I was like, okay, like we're gonna go there. That's the first card that I read from the deck, and it blew my socks off. I was like, wow. Yes. Wow is right. I was so blown away. I'm like, okay. Whew. Honestly, I didn't even read any other cards from that deck after I did that last night because I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a minute to absorb that. Mm. So that was perfect. Oh, Haunted Manor. Thank you, somebody. Ravneet, thank you. Haunted Manor. Yes. Syrian Shadow has Haunted Manor, Gothic literature. This one. He also has one other indie deck that he did like years ago, and I forget what it's called. He did it through Kickstarter, but I don't have that one. But I don't really resonate with that one, but I do resonate with these ones. Okay. So I have two more. This next one is Healing Path, and it is from the Spiral Oracle.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And this is how do you say her name? Lily. Hmm. Lily Acuna. Lily Acuna. Okay. So this card here is called the Healing Path. And you know how when Elizabeth creates these live streams, like, we're talking about ritual and healing, and definitely there is healing energy under the full moon. So this card here says, I carry the wounds of my land and the wrinkles of my face, and my inner revolution becomes my hands nourishing you, nourishing me. Step by step, I am going through my own anguish, insecurities, and terrors. I burn like fire with these emotions, and then I observe them calmly, not letting myself be carried away by them. Motionless, like an ancient island well grounded amidst stormy waves, I stand firm. Without even thinking about it, my strength expands, takes root, and grows in all directions. I know the strength I need. The truth is that I've always found courage, the courage to dive deep into the oceans of being. I know the strength we all need. I find the courage and I come back to myself and I return to the world. Little by little, I feel the energy returning to my body. I leave my cave with clear eyes and all the confidence I have gained. The time has come to assume my role. I am guiding a journey and regenerating a world. I recognize my strength, I incorporate it, and I hold it in my hands like a sacred transforming fire.
I love that. That is so beautiful. And not only that, that image is stunning. It's like
Hmm.
you look at the image and you get it. Like I understand the assignment.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, she's a phenomenal artist. Like these are all paintings that she has done, like big, huge paintings, and she made it into a deck. Like, oh my gosh. Um, whew, yeah. So that is amazing. Okay, so we have letting go. Oh, okay. So Ravneet has one there. That's
Okay,
amazing.
so let me just kind of go through what I have, and then if I missed anything from the chat, please let me know.
Yeah.
So I know Althea wanted to be included. I do have her here for the release. And, I kind of jumped ahead and I said, of course, she has stuff to release. So I
Yeah,
put your name in there
always. Thank
as,
you.
as well as myself. And then I saw Karen's note. She had a release. I captured her name, Brienne. Also, I saw hers. So that's what I have for release. Okay, Revni, let me add you. Okay, and then for the gratitude jar, I have Brienne, I have Ravneet, and Ange. So we can start with those
Hmm.
for now. Okay, wait, Ravneet. Do I have Ravneet for the gratitude? Yes, I have Ravneet. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with these. If I missed anyone, please let me know in the chat and please help me.
Of course, yeah. Lila, um, Tapestry of the Unseen, release anxiety and fear,
Lila.
and gratitude. Grateful for this community. Aw, we're
Okay.
grateful for you too, Lila.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for sharing space with us. Please remember to like and subscribe. Desiree,
Oh,
oh, I love
Desiree's here.
you. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey,
Desiree, you're
Desiree.
just in time. Do you have something you want me to put into the fire for you tonight? Something you want to release? Or perhaps you have something for the gratitude jar? Please let me know.
Hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Welcome, welcome, and welcome to anybody that is watching, that is too shy to chat. That's okay. Lurking in the background is quite fine as well, and we appreciate you being here as well.
Oh, see, okay, well, yes, Desiree went on a road trip. She's out in the country. Well, Desiree, I'm not
Oh,
out in the country, but I'm out in the fire. And look, this little guy right here, where is he? Hold on. Whoop, right there, that's the moon. The moon is
yes.
visiting us. All right. I'm not gonna lie, it's hot over here. Okay, Althea, we got you.
Mm.
And I have you right here. Whoop. Ooh,
That
that
was a
was
big.
instantaneous, and that was instantaneous. I included myself, not as an afterthought. I actually thought about it.
Mhm.
Karen, my love, I have you here.
Oh,
And
no.
I got you. Ooh, that one tried to get away. No, no, get back. Grab meat. Ooh. Lila, I have you right here. All right.
Mm. Wow.
Done. Done. Moon is literally right there. Be gone. Grandmother Moon, you know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. And then I have my friends for the gratitude jar. I have Lila and Brienne, myself. I have Ravneet. I'm going to put you right here.
Hi, Alvin. Welcome.
Hey, Alvin. Thank you so much for being here.
If you have anything, Alvin, that you want to release under the full moon, we can write your name on a piece of paper and put it into the fire. Or if you want to, have any intentions or manifestations or gratitude, we can put your name in the gratitude jar that sits in the moonlight all night long. So, or you can have one of each. Just let us know if you would like to be a part of that. And Desiree as well, if you would like to. Um, or
Please
anybody.
let us know. We are happy. Hello, hello, hello. Mwah. Thank you for being here. I know
Mm,
you have lots of options tonight. I'm sure there's like tons of events going on. Karen, your gratitude. I got you.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, and Karen, you were asking me, yes, it's called a Spiral Oracle. I originally backed this on Kickstarter, but now it went mass market. So now you can just get it. I believe it's on Amazon.
Isn't that amazing when that happens?
I'm always so happy well, yes, as long as that's the route that the creator wanted to go, because sometimes creators don't want to go mass market. They want to stay indie, but for those that want to sort of expand into that market, it's a really cool option for them because obviously they get a much larger reach, and it makes it more affordable. Sometimes it makes it more affordable for people to be able to buy it.
Yes. And, we did the release. So I'm going to tell you right now, this fire is looking awesome. And everything that I put in there is gone. Completely gone. And there's still room in the gratitude jar if there's something that you want to include. This is going to sit out all night. And you can see the moon is like right there. Can you see that? Here, let me use my. Whoop. That's the moon right there peeping through.
Aw.
Gratitude. Okay, Lila,
Oh,
I got your gratitude. And Alvin, I think I saw something, but it disappeared.
uh,
Ange?
Alvin says gratitude for everyone and to my family, which is so beautiful. Alvin is so, oh my gosh, supportive. I mean, you're all very supportive, but Alvin is fairly new. I've discovered his channel, and then boom, he's like in our lives and commenting, and so we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes. And so thank you so much for being here, Alvin. What I do with these, obviously, if you have something, sometimes people don't know, like release, what does that mean? I pinned it in the chat. Sometimes that could be emotional baggage. Sometimes that could be fear. That could be doubt. That could be negative self talk. That could be clutter. That could be so many different things, right? And sometimes something that is very important for me, sometimes I feel negative energy coming at me. And
Hmm.
so, what I want to do is take that energy and transmute it. I want to take that energy and transmute it. So I definitely included that for the fire and then for the jar as well.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
Oh,
Desiree says gratitude for Elizabeth and Ange for creating this community.
oh, Desiree.
Oh, well, thanks for being a part of it, Desiree. I missed your live the other day. You went live and I missed it, but I was listening to your story about the owl, and I think that is so fascinating how, you were mentioning about, you set your alarm for the eclipse, not realizing it was the day after, but regardless though, you were meant to be out there to see that owl and to be in that energy. And I just think that that's so beautiful. I'm deeply connected to the owl, so your story really it was like, wow. I love that. And out here where I am, I'm out in the country and I'll hear owls all the time. But to see one is a rarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So what I'm gonna be doing with the intention jar, this jar is gonna sit out in the energy of the moon, and it's just gonna absorb all that energy, and then I will take all of your intentions, just like seeds of intentions. I'm going to plant them. I'm going to plant them in the soil, and we're going to watch that fruit grow,
Mm,
and we're going to feel that abundance. We're going to feel that growth. We're going to feel that power. I love this practice, and I invite you to please join in. If you are lurking, please don't hold back. I think
hmm.
we're very welcoming here in this space.
Well, yeah.
Hmm. We try to be, anyways. We try to be beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, if we got everyone, which we may have, um, perhaps we can do the reading for the collective.
Sure, we can. Yeah. Um, there's just one more card I want to share.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. Yes, I
no, no, no,
forgot.
it's okay. It's
I
just
got carried away.
it's the it's from the Weaver's Oracle because they wanted to come out again tonight. Now, oh gosh, anybody that knows the Weaver's Oracle is it's an independent deck, but it's such a powerful deck. It's so special to me. This there is some magic in these cards, I tell you. But anyways, this is the Weaver's Oracle, and the one that wanted to come out tonight was Moon number 32, and it's Udagan of the human heart. And I love that because, like, as I was saying, when I use my drum, I always sort of think about the beating of a human heart and how, that beat connects us to one another, to Mother Earth, to Grandmother Moon, all of the things, right? And so there is a bit of a story in this book that goes along with the card, but I'm just going to read a portion of it called Her Cloth because each one of these weavers oracle comes with something called her cloth of what she weaves into this tapestry here, okay? So here we go. So I'm going to read this to you. Oh, cool. Thanks for the drumming too. That's going to help. Okay, so love is let me just get to the right page here. Here we go. Love is indecipherable. Perhaps it is easier for us to write about power because its force field is tangible and its outcomes may be hooked onto the ends of our pens. Maybe it is more straightforward to find good words to invoke integrity or truth because they shine through those things that oppose them or deny them. Magic can be caught in the clever twist of a sentence, and the many fluid expressions of sadness might be laid with little difficulty into a phrase. But how is it possible for us to adequately describe the simplicity and complexity of love? Our emotions are drawn by the tides, responsive waves of feeling that are small and immersive, brilliant and tender, potent and wild. We are oceans created in many harmonizing and churning layers by our emotional deep waters. Here is the salty pitch of our longing, and here the soft tone of our compassion. Here is the pale whisper of our bewilderment and the dark timbre of our anxiety. Here are the cold high notes of our clarity. Each one of us is a watery choir of feelings, but underneath all this noise, there's something else going on. This full bodied swell is underpinned by a single rhythm that steadily resounds along the parameter of our awareness, a constant beat that may rise into a resonant crescendo or pulse gently behind melodic confusion. But it is insistent, it is strong, and it is always present somewhere in the mix. That sound is love, indecipherable love. Love, which rouses, impels, and gives purpose to the drumming of our very own human hearts. Hmm.
Beautiful.
Oh, and just to, I won't read the whole story because it's quite long, as you can see here. There's lots going on in this book, but in here as well, they talk about, you see that jar that she has there. They talk about this wooden jar and how she captures all of the water in it from like moon water, and she collects the rains and the dews, the rivers and the tides and the tears, and she collects it all in this jar, and she'll often look into it and see the reflection, and these are her reflections as she's there's so much to this, but that part of it, her cloth, was um really appropriate for tonight under this moon. So that is part of her energy that she brings. And this artwork is just so beautiful. It's just so empowering. I love these all of these ladies that show up here. And I believe they're all ladies. I mean, maybe not. Maybe there's some men. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter, right? They're beings. All of these beings in this oracle. But yeah. So yeah, those are the cards that wanted to come out. And then um like Elizabeth was saying, we would like to do a collective reading for you. It's the full moon in Virgo spread, and it looks like this. Now, all of these prompts are below in the description if you want to follow along. And this particular card comes, and this is the back, comes from Rochelle from Amethyst Ascension. She has a YouTube channel here. And she has this deck called For the Love of Spreads. And she has all different spreads in the deck, and it's available on Make Playing Cards. So we're going to go ahead and do that reading for you. But in the meantime, if there's anybody else who um, is here that would like, again, something put in the fire for release or an intention or a manifestation for the jar, feel free throughout this live at any point to put it in, and we'll do our best to make sure that we get it. Okay, because sometimes a chat can get away on us, but tonight it's nice and steady. Okay.
Mm.
Ravneet. Oh, for moderation, just if somebody comes into the chat. Oh, Althea, hello. Thank you for passing through. We definitely included you in the release and also the gratitude intention jar, Althea. So thank you. Thank you for your presence. We're just about to do a collective reading. Yes. Smooches to you, my love. Thank you.
I thought for sure she was sleeping already.
We
Thank
probably
you, my
woke her up.
friend, for being here. Mwah, mwah. I'm, I'm just because I'm a nerd. Look, I want to show you. There's the moon. Where is it? Whoop, there
Yep,
it
right
is.
there. Aw.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Refresh my memory. What was the first question?
Okay, yes. So the first question is, so everybody knows there's 5 questions in this spread, so we'll be pulling 5 cards. Again, it's a collective message, so anybody watching it, take what resonates as well. I was holding on because I told Angie I would. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Althea, but we definitely included you, and thank you so much. You know that we always love your energy here in this space. So thank you so much, my friend. I hope our drumming didn't wake you up. Is that what woke you up? Maybe.
I love
uh,
that.
uh, Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, there's 5 different cards that we're gonna pull. And the first one says, where can I best embrace this energy? So this energy that we're in right now, under this full moon with each other, this connection, where can I best embrace this energy? And again, if you would like to follow along with these prompts, they are in the description. If you want to pull your own cards to this, please, feel free.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you pulled a card yet,
No.
but like I am using the Tarot of Oneness, and I pulled the Inspiration of Wands. And I forget what inspiration means. Is that the knight?
Inspiration. Is it the page?
I don't know, but like the picture is so amazing. Look at
Oh,
that.
look at the fire. What?
Yes, and
Come
the
on.
smoke. And I can't help but look at this and think whatever went in there transmuted and turned into something beautiful. And that's what we could look forward to when we do the work with this energy and use it to our advantage. That's what we could do. We can take that energy, transmute it into something beautiful and powerful that can help all of us, right, in our
Mhm.
greater good for our higher self. And I love how it's shown up here in this card, just the way we're doing. Like literally, the vessel even looks almost exactly like the fire pit. I love that.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what I got, so I'm using the Bone Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot.
Ooh.
And these are the backs of the cards. And the front, so I got the Magician. Yeah. So where can we best embrace this full moon energy and the Magician? So, for those that don't know, like the magician is all about manifestation. I mean, this is the real deal right here. Look at the alchemy. Look at the energy that the magician has, like this sort of wizard looking person, right? Um, and So how can you embrace his energy? Well, quite frankly, take it into your own hands and do something with that energy. Like we were talking about through the whole live stream in terms of like moving that energy, like actually taking action instead of just like maybe writing it down and thinking about it and setting intentions. But now it's time to sort of put that into motion. So how can you best embrace it would be to get creative. This is inspired action. This is actually doing the thing.
Mm,
So
so
and
good.
I love it how, you can see all the elements in here, the fire, the water, the earth, everything is in the wind is all right there. And so again, that fire is showing up there for that,
You
how we
know
can embrace
what, Ange? Like, if we're not magicians right now,
it.
I don't know
Right?
what to call it. I don't know what to call it.
Absolutely. I love that. Aw.
All right. We're ready for what was question number two?
Okay, question two. Oh man, I'm dropping cards. It's not a live stream unless I drop a card. And just got to get more exercise in today. That's all. There we go. Okay. Question two is, where are you second guessing yourself?
Oh,
Where are you second guessing yourself? So yeah, the first one was, where can I best embrace the energy? We had the page, I believe is a page. Wait, what did you say?
inspiration.
Page of inspiration, and then we had the magician, right? As well right here.
Yes.
So that's about, again, the manifestation, transformation, and
And
stepping
we'll
into our
take
power.
photos of these and put them up on the community tab tomorrow so that you have them.
Yes. So now we're focusing on, where are we second guessing ourselves? Where are we second guessing ourselves? Okay. Mm. Oh my gosh. Are we just going to get all major arcana? Maybe. Maybe. We've got the high priestess.
You got
So
the high priestess?
the high priestess. So we're second guessing our own self, our intuition, the very sort of thing that we're supposed to be paying attention to, our intuition. Yeah, we're second guessing that. And it's okay, we do that, but it's really calling us out right now for doing that. Okay, then.
I hear
Oh,
you. Ooh,
yeah.
did I do that?
Oh, yes. Oh my God.
Urkel.
Urkel.
Yeah.
Anybody got any cheese? Oh my gosh, I loved that show.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think you're pulling all majors. I'm pulling all court cards. I just pulled the embodiment of cups. And I love that with the high priestess because it's not just intuition, but also our emotions. And how could we do this to ourselves? We cannot overlook how we feel. Why do we um,
Yeah.
make our emotions small? It's okay to feel the things that we feel. And I know I for one have a tendency to be like, well, this made me sad, but it's okay. Oh, they didn't mean it. Oh, this and that. I make like 1,000 excuses. No, it's okay to hold space for the feelings that you feel. Like,
Yeah.
don't put that, don't sweep it under the rug. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't sweep it under the rug.
Yep.
Embrace it, hold space for it. Because
Yes.
it's valid, your emotions matter. Right? It
Feel how
doesn't
you
sometimes
feel.
our
Mhm.
emotions make no sense at all. But you know what? There are emotions and we have them. So guess what? It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you even just say the word emotion, the word motion is in there. Emotions have to physically move, get them up and out, right? So feel what you feel. It's okay. Like, you don't have to justify how you feel. You just feel how you feel. Yeah, feel how you feel. Just be real. Exactly, Ravni. You got it. You got it.
That sounds like a song.
We're writing poetry and songs here tonight. Look out. Okay, now on to number three. We have, how can you embrace your self confidence? So
Ooh, that's a great question.
how can we embrace our self-confidence? Because as we, take inspired action and we start to do the things, we're gonna need some confidence to be able to do that. So how can we embrace our self-confidence? All right, let's see. Well, damn. We got the justice card. So I got three major arcana so far. Dang.
Lee, girl.
And look at that. Look at that for confidence. Man, she's got that bow and arrow and she's growing something out of her hand. Like, holy cow. Okay, yeah. That's all right. Yeah, so justice, cause and effect, the truth will always be revealed. Okay. True colors, I keep hearing true colors always shine through. Um, be confident in who you are. All right. And because again, true colors always shine through, right? So that's why confidence is really important. Just don't be afraid to be exactly who you are. This ties in nicely with the card that Elizabeth was just talking about, right? It's like, let's not pretend to be somebody we're not. Let's not try to stuff down those feelings and put on this fake mask. No, screw that. Step into our full confidence and our full power. Um, because again, like it, yeah, justice will always prevail. The truth will always come out. True colors will always shine through. So don't waste your time with fake personas. Wow, so 3 for 3, here we go. So don't did you get another court card?
I did not get another court card, and I was like, wait, what? How can you embrace your self confidence? You know what we got? Seven of Swords.
Oh,
Okay, so in this deck, Tarot of Oneness, it's dark out here, so I'm going to explain it to you. There on that tree limb, there is a wildcat of sorts, kind of in camouflage, and we can't see. I'm wondering, where are we blending in our lives where we
mm,
need to be bold and courageous and stand out? That is what I
yes.
want to know. There are many of us that are taking a back seat, waiting off to the side, uh, waiting for our moment to shine. No, the moment to shine is now. So come out of hiding, make yourself known, be
Yeah.
present, and show what you're meant to do, the work that you're meant to do. That's what
Dang.
I'm seeing with that. And that
Okay.
is, I do tend to sometimes read the cards completely outside of what they actually mean. But that's how I roll. And I have to go with what I feel inside. And I
But
feel like sometimes we make ourselves small and we don't need to do that.
yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
need to do that. We can take space.
Take
We
up the
can take
space.
space.
Exactly. And actually that goes very well with the 7 of swords because it could say, where are we being dishonest with ourselves? 7 of swords is about dishonesty, right?
Yes.
And playing small is being dishonest because you're not stepping fully into who what you're
Where,
meant to do.
yes, and it's like that negative self-talk. Like, where are we telling ourselves, like, oh, that's not important. You don't need to
Yeah,
share that, go to the side. No.
exactly, exactly. Oh, Christine is joining us. Hello,
Hi,
Christine. How are you?
Christine. Hello and welcome. We're just doing the reading for the collective, so you are
Yeah.
just in time.
Yes. So we're on to question number 4. Before we get to question number 4, if there's anybody watching or just joining and you want to put something into the fire to release, or you want something in the gratitude manifestation intention jar under the full moonlight, let us know and we can add your name to either one or both of those. So go
Yeah.
ahead at any point and just type it in chat, and we're going to continue on the collective reading. And there's the moon.
I'm
Yay!
moving the camera just a little so you can see that the beautiful moon is there. It's rising. It's present.
So beautiful.
It's present. Gorgeous. Our fire is looking like amazing.
Yes, look at it. All right. So, question number 4 says, where do you need more organization?
Oh,
I
why are you gonna ask that?
Oh Lord. As I look around at this room going, "Oh, man, well, I
Oh.
mean, are we talking, like, mentally? Are we talking physically?" Girl, let me tell you something.
You
Oh,
know, in
Lord.
30 minutes after this live, I'll be sitting in that chair crying.
Organize my thoughts, my emotions.
Okay, where can we use more organization? All
Yeah,
right.
where do we need more organization? Yep. Okay. Where do we need more
Baby,
organization?
don't hurt me. That's the song that just came into my mind. Don't hurt me no more. Ooh,
Oh, great.
my God, another inspiration. I hope that you all are feeling inspired tonight because another
Right?
inspiration. I got another inspiration card. Inspiration of Cups.
Oh,
Look how gorgeous. Let me see if you can see. You could see that gorgeous conch shell by the ocean. Do you see? It's really hard, but it's so beautiful. And there is like this pink aura that looks like a heart that is being released from the conch, and also a starfish. And someone has actually drawn a little heart in the corner here. I don't know if you can see
oh,
that.
yep.
But, this is just love. How can you, where do you need more organization? Organization in the sense of emotional space.
Yeah.
Do we sometimes need to compartmentalize our feelings and our situations? Like, do we ever find ourselves being overwhelmed because all of the feelings kind of run into each other, and then it makes it difficult to um, figure out, like, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. I don't even know why, where it's coming from.
Hmm.
Maybe perhaps there's some work to be done in terms of really taking a close look within, right? I'm gonna equate this to, when they say all of a sudden you hear a song out of nowhere and you're like, where did that come from? And then,
Yeah.
oh, that's a message from your spirit guide, right? Same thing, same idea, right? When you feel an emotion and you feel like it's come out of nowhere, take some time to reflect on it. Don't let it get muddled into everything else, because what happens later on is that it blows up on you when you let it
Yes.
accumulate, when there's too much, and then you end up in situations. I find myself like this all the time. Like, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, I just feel this way, I feel heavy inside, everything is like running into each other.
Hmm.
So uh this is what I'm gonna say. Perhaps we have an opportunity to think about the emotions that are coming in as they come in, instead of waiting until they're all bottled up like a bottleneck, and then you have no idea what came from where.
Yes.
That stuff gets stored in your body. And then next thing you know, you hear a song, you smell a smell, you hit your knee somewhere, and it triggers an emotion, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? You know?
Hmm. Hmm. Yes. And that's she was saying the tarot of one is that inspiration are pages. And I believe you said embodiment at one point, and that's a king. The king is the embodiment. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so the pages are inspiration. And that's perfect. That's exactly it. And it really fits nicely with the other one that we had too, about just letting, like, feel what you feel. Don't hold that back. And so where do we need more organization? I have the three of cups. So I also have a cups one that I pulled for that one.
Oh.
And, I love how, look at this. These people are around this fire, this cauldron, just like we are now. And basically, what this is saying, where you need more organization, is pay attention to what is your close circle of support. Who are the people that show up for you? Um, who are the people that you show up for? Right? Be more organized in where you expend your energy in terms of reciprocity. Remember, we that word did come up earlier when we were talking about this full moon, right?
I'm gonna say, yeah, like, set your intent, like, really be
Yes.
intentional about the relationships in your life and what you're
Yes.
doing.
Yes. Exactly. Yep, that makes perfect sense. So just before I forget, Christine does have a release that she wants in the fire, but
Ooh,
I just wanted to say it because the chat is scrolling and I don't want to miss it. But also, we have one more question for the collective, and it is, how can we incorporate more planning? How can we incorporate more planning?
planning. These are things that I love to do, but then when it's time to actually do them, I get overwhelmed.
Hmm.
There it is. I'm laying it out on the line. Okay, let's see what the cards have for us.
If we get the two of wands, oh my gosh, I'm telling you. How can we incorporate more planning? Okay. Oh, another cups card. I have the 6 of Cups. How can we do more planning with the 6 of Cups?
What in
Well,
the hell?
wow. I mean, that is all about like, uh well, let me think here. I mean, it can talk about nostalgia, it can talk about reunions, it can talk about innocence and things like that. But 6 of Cups always gives me like childhood vibes, you know? I'm always thinking back to sort of like reflecting on your past, reflecting on past relationships, especially familial. Um how can we incorporate more planning? I would say um,
And some of the greatest lessons that we learn in our life, for good or for bad, right? It comes from the experiences that we had as a child. And we
yeah.
may have learned, like, this is awesome, we should do this, or this is horrible, please, I never want this to happen to me or any future family again.
Yeah.
Mm,
More planning. Ooh, I like that. Who said that? Rodney said forgiveness. That's a good one. Yes.
hmm
Yes, yes, yes. Because it could go, I would say that too. Forgiveness. We can be incorporate more planning in letting go and forgiving and maybe not holding on so much to the past as well. Plan on sort of letting that go a little bit, right? So that's the 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay. And what did you get?
I got, you're not going to believe this, another core card.
What the heck? Majors and courts. Okay.
Yes, embodiment of pentacles.
The
But you know what?
King of Pentacles.
This like makes all the sense in the world, because who of all
Mhm.
of the court cards is more than likely the most planful and
Yeah.
organized person who is on a mission to make shit happen
Oh, yeah.
without making excuses, without letting emotions get in the way, without going on side missions, which I love to do personally. I go on side quests all the time. Well, guess what? The King of Pentacles is not doing that because they have things to get done.
Yep.
They have things to get done. So, how can you, what was the question? How can you incorporate planning?
Yeah, more planning. Mhm.
Yes. Well, you can take, and it actually says that embodiment. You
Yep.
can embody the King of Pentacles. This is an energy that is very mature. Like in my mind, I think of this person like an old soul in a young body, right?
Mhm.
Like they have
Mhm.
a plan, they have a mission. You could try to detract them, like, oh, we should do something fun for, oh, you're always working. Let's do something fun for a change. And they're like, shut up, get out of the way. I got things to do. I can't be
Yes.
bothered with you. I can't fool around. I'm on a mission. I got goals. I got things that I want to accomplish. So this is how you can do it,
Mhm.
embodying the King of Pentacles.
Yeah, King of Pentacles. That's a solid. Oh my gosh, that's
Bring in the abundance, because
solid and
that's what,
practical.
yes.
Yeah, for sure. Stay focused. Oh my gosh. These were so beautiful. Like Elizabeth said, we'll definitely make sure we take a picture of all of these cards together and post them. Like she'll post them on her community tab for you. So you
Mm-hmm.
can reflect on this reading from tonight. But just to recap, how can we best embrace this energy? We had the magician with the was it page of
I had the inspiration. Yes. So the Page of Wands.
page of wands with the magician. Okay, so that's how we can embrace the energy. And then 2 was where are we second guessing ourselves? And I had the High Priestess,
And I had embodiment of cups,
King of Cups.
King of Cups. Hey, Miss Tara D.
Hey, Miss Tara
Welcome.
B.
Okay.
And number 3 was how can we embrace our self confidence? And I had Justice,
Seven of Swords. I got some Seven of Swords action.
7 of Swords. And then we have where do we need more organization? And I have the 3 of Cups.
Inspiration of Cups. There's a lot of cups here tonight.
Page of Cups. Yeah, lots of water emotion for the moon. That's, yep.
Mm-hmm. Makes
And then
sense.
how can we incorporate more planning? I have 6 of Cups.
And I have embodiment of Pentacles.
Yep, King of Pentacles. Yeah.
Some grounded energy, you know what? Because there's a lot of water energy in this reading. So this
Yeah.
is like a reminder to, you know what? Get grounded, people.
Yeah,
Don't
for
forget
sure.
what you're here to do.
I love the variety of cards that we have. I mean, there's a lot of course and a lot of majors, but it all kind of works itself out. I mean, we have the stability of like I look at Justice as like a stable like Justice and the King of Pentacles are friends. There's no doubt about that. For sure.
Miss
Yeah.
Sarah D is great, great. I'm here for the new dancing around the fire. My neighbors think I'm strange because I'm running naked in front of the stove. All right. So we have a release from Christine. Anyone else have something that they would like to release in the fire? Please let us know. And in the meantime, I'm going to come over here and take Christine and drop her in. Oh, it looks so good, you guys.
Woo.
It lit
Chris,
up. Did you see that?
Christine, that release is gone, girl. Did you
It
see
was like,
that? Wow. I love that. Look at that moon. It's so
the
beautiful.
view. It's pretty. It's pretty.
Oh, Miss
Oh,
Fiat.
Miss Terrell D. I got you.
Oh. Okay, thank you for letting us know. We will definitely be sending you healing energy for speedy, speedy recovery, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
All right,
man.
Miss Terrell D.
Oh,
That one, it's so, you could do scrying in the fire, right? That
mhm.
one like curled and wrapped itself around the branch.
Oh,
Not a branch because it's a piece of wood, but you get the idea.
right. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
so good. Beautiful. Yes, and there's still time if you want to put something into the gratitude or intention jar. I can put it in. This is going to sit out in the energy of, let's see, the full moon. There it is.
There it
Let it
is.
sit out there and collect the energy. Collect the energy. That was a beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right.
Mm,
Well,
wow.
that
Oh,
was a lovely reading. Thank you so, so much. And I think that brings us to a close.
yes. We have another intention, 2 more intentions, one for Christine and one for Ravneet.
Ooh,
Mhm.
Christina and Ravneet.
Yes, the ancestors are hugging you, Miss Charity. I love that, Desiree. That's a really good. I was trying to think of a something to say to that when the paper curled around the wood. I thought, what?
Because
That's really
each
good.
piece does something different when I put it in. That's the
Hmm.
weirdest thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Get to witness that, you guys. I
yeah.
get to
Because
witness that.
it goes back to I mean, that wood is a living thing. I mean, at one time it was part of a living tree, of course, but now it still has living energy in it, and now it's being released into the fire as well. So that is so
Mhm.
cool. Mhm.
Yes,
Wow.
and for those of us that joined a little bit later, I shared that the last time that we did this event, like we did it, we were down, of course the kids were like, "Is it done yet? We want to do marshmallows." And then they came out here and I sat out here with my glass of wine and it was a thing, right? And at the end, it was just nothing but embers. And it was beautiful, lovely, and we called it a night. I wanted everything to just burn out.
Mhm.
And 24 hours later, we discovered that it was still going. So whatever we put into the fire was trying so very hard to cling on. And I was like, no, no, not today, Satan. You,
Be gone.
you are going to be gone. Yes. So that's what happened the last time. So I'm going to be keeping an eye.
Yeah. There we go. Nothing gets past this one. Nope.
That's right. I have actually an early morning tomorrow because I booked a back to back extravaganza. So, tomorrow morning, I am going to have my friend Robin on the channel, and we're going to be talking about the various astrology systems. And all of the hoopla around it, like, oh, it's sidereal, no, it's tropical, no, it's the true, and like, what can you actually pull from all that, and how you can actually thrive by implementing the different aspects into
Mm,
your life. So I'm so excited about that. That's tomorrow morning. I know
I
it's going to
love
be
that.
early, 10 a.m. So if you're not able to get up after all of your release, tonight, that's okay. I forgive you. You can catch it on the playback.
Yes. Oh my
All
god.
right.
That's gonna be amazing. Yes.
Did you get an opportunity to read all the cards that you wanted to read?
Yeah, yeah, those were the 3 that came out. I was looking for more, but nothing was really jumping out at me tonight, but that Weaver's one and the Spiral, and then we had the other. So yeah, no, that was what I had. And I'm still staring at this reading that we did for the collective, like, it's blowing my mind kind of, like, I really wanna sit more with this.
Yes.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
Mhm.
This is the first time I have this many court cards
Yes!
in one reading. It's
I just kept pulling
insane.
these majors, I thought, "Really? Okay, well."
Oh, look what Miss Terrell D says. The ashes from the fire pit would make amazing ash for black salt.
Oh,
I like that idea.
that is a
Oh,
really good.
it's just so pretty in
I
there. Let me
know.
see. Like, let me see if I could take you over there real quick. So sorry if
Okay.
you. I don't want to make you dizzy.
Take us into the fire.
Let's see. Can you
Oh,
see?
yes. Mm,
It's so beautiful.
wow. That's one of my favorite parts of having a fire when it dies down and you can just stare into it for hours, you know? I love that.
It's so good.
Miss Tarot D, Ange, thank you again for sharing such an authentic part of your life during your interview with Ramon. Oh, I love you too, Miss Tarot D. That was a really good conversation. I love it when somebody makes you feel so comfortable that you just start sharing things that you never really thought you'd share. You know what I mean? And like my dream, I'm sure Elizabeth was watching, like, she's saying
I
it,
was
she's
like, my
saying it.
jaw dropped. I was like, oh, not the severed fingers.
She's talking about the fingers. So for anybody that missed it, I was talking about this crazy dream that I had about severed fingers. So if you go back to Ramon's channel, which is Moon Scarab, and you look at his In Orbit with show with me, we talk in depth about that dream and what it all meant to me. But yeah, when I originally had that dream, Elizabeth and I were just like talking about dreams in general, and I said, okay, I recently had this wild dream and I've got to share it. I hope you don't mind. It's kind of morbid. She's like, okay, like, all right, what's going on? So I told her, and she's like, whoa, like you weren't kidding. Like that is crazy. But
Mm,
um, yeah, it was really a powerful. It was basically at the end of the day, it was about severing things like out of my life for good, if you can imagine. Yeah, no turning back. So
I think like when I do a lot of dream work, right? And I think it's very critical to pay particular note to how you feel in the dream. It
yes.
doesn't matter if in real life it would be like macabre. Like, that doesn't matter. What matters is how you felt in that moment. So
Mhm.
if it's like a positive feeling or you feel like you're doing something for the greater good or something that
Yes.
you were meant or destined to do, then that's good stuff.
It is, and like I was saying on Ramon's channel, when something happens like that in a dream, most times it will sort of happen in a way that it wants you to remember it. So something so traumatic, like cutting fingers off, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna remember that. So that was quite the dream. But yeah, it definitely was about severing things out of my life. And like I did not think I was gonna share that dream on a live stream, but Ramon has a way
Way to go, Ange.
of plucking things out of you and getting you to open up. And you know who else is good at that is Bobby. Bobby's good at that too with his interviews and how he just actually on his behind the cards interview, he got me to say some things that I never thought I would say either. So there you go. If you want to learn more about Ange, go check out Bobby Fiero Tarot and look up Behind the Cards and Ramon Moon Scarab on his In Orbit with, and you'll learn a little bit more about me. Oh,
Backstory.
Selena's here. Hey, Essence of the
Oh,
Moon.
hey, Selena.
Hey, hey, girl.
Hello. You got here just in time. I just shared the beautiful embers of the fire. The moon is in its perfect position. We just wrapped up the collective reading, but of course, there is still time. If you have something that you wanted to place in the gratitude jar, we're happy to do that, as well as if there is anything that you're hoping to release, we can do that as well.
Yes.
The cherries on top of the icing. Oh my
Ooh,
gosh. Yes.
look at that moon shining through for us right now. Hmm.
So perfect. The weather just was so great. Really just and I'm telling you, there's two massive trees right there. That moon is like, I don't care. I'm gonna shine through.
Ah,
I'm gonna shine through.
just got off your live. Oh, off a live stream. Um. Oh, whoa! You guys had a live. Oh, that's right, with Heather and Allison tonight. And then Miss Charity found out you and Selena are related by ancestry. What? That's so
Wow.
cool. That's powerful. Wow,
That
all
is
kinds of stuff
neat.
going on underneath this full moon tonight. I'll have to watch that on playback. Thanks for reminding me about that. So Selena did mention she has some gratitude for the community. So if we could put her name in the
So I got you
gratitude.
right here and I'm gonna stick you here in the jar.
And Selena, do you have anything to release in the fire? We're happy to do that for you as well. Um, oh, Brienne, yes, the fingers, and you heard it. See, she heard it on that interview. Oh
Yeah.
my
You
gosh.
heard it live here.
Yeah. Yeah, Lila. Yeah, we missed the Heather show tonight, so we'll have to watch You're right. We'll have to watch that on playback for
Oh,
sure.
because it's Friday. Because it's
Right.
Friday.
I
Okay.
wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even thinking because when we obviously we plan these under the full moon, so we can't help what day the full moon lands on. So I forgot all about that. Um.
Good
Ooh. So
night, Alvin. Thank you for being here.
thank you. And Selena does have a release. Nice. Good. Good. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Selena, so now that the wood has died down, like I'm dumping these in there and then observing what they do when they go into the fire. So let's see. Oh, it curls up.
Nice. Gone.
Still there.
Hmm.
That's staying there, Selena. It didn't go away all the way. It's gonna burn because I'm gonna let this burn, but it didn't go away all the way.
Oh. It's hanging on, girl.
It's hanging
Release that.
on.
Release that.
And I shared that, Selena, earlier in the live, that the last fire, 24 hours later, when we came to look, it was still clinging on to life. Like whatever it was that we threw into that fire for release was trying so hard to
Hmm.
stay in there, and it stayed. But I was like, no, no. and we let it burn all the way out, which is what I intend to do today.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. And we were talking about that earlier too, about how we do have the best of intentions in terms of releasing, right? By doing like physical work, like we're saying when we say do the work, and that's another thing too. I love Ramon's like, what do you mean do the work? What does that mean? I was like, oh, so he gets me to talk about doing the work. And there's things like this, these exercises of doing the work, you know what I mean? And so trying to physically release things, mentally and emotionally release things. And yeah, Selena, you're right. Like fire, using fire to release is so powerful. It's one of probably the most powerful things that I can think of.
I mean,
Um,
it's a tried and true method. People
yeah.
have been doing this from the
Hmm.
beginning of time.
Hmm.
Our native ancestors, that's what they did. You know, the fire that was for transformation, right? And I love
Hmm.
like it was a practice that worked then, it still works today, y'all.
Yes, yes. Fire for release and water for cleansing in more than one way, of course. And the earth for like burying things or oh, and for those that missed it, for the intentions gratitude manifestation jar that is going to sit in the full moon light tonight. Eventually she Elizabeth will take those slips of paper and plant them in the ground so that they can grow. Isn't that great? So they're not going to get burned, they're going to go into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right, mother nature has all the solutions. I agree. A readiness to move forward. Yep, absolutely. I agree. Yes. So, and Selena, when we did the collective tonight, we used one of Rochelle's spreads, the full moon in Virgo spread, and all of the prompts are down below in the description if you want to pull cards for yourself, or um, also the cards that we pulled will be in a community post on Elizabeth's channel after the live. We're gonna put that up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, this was so good. But like after we do this, I do feel like a wow.
Yes. I feel like I'm going to be able to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, that's
When I
exactly it.
do this kind of work, I feel like I feel lighter and I feel that I could sleep. And last night was rough, right? Because if you were like us and you were, trying to
Yeah.
take advantage and like, oh, the blood moon, I gotta see it, then you did all kinds of weird sleep things.
Yep. That's right.
So I don't know about anybody else. I do feel like a little bit like at this point, I feel like, oh, I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah,
Starting to
same.
feel it because
Like I just started to feel like okay,
yes,
well,
like I
yeah.
took 1,000 naps, but still, like to get up, like, okay, it's 2 o'clock. Did I miss it? Did anything happen? Like,
Hmm. Exactly.
it was
Yes.
cool. It was very cool. But
Yeah,
yeah.
same, Selena. Selena, did you see the blood moon last night? Did you see the eclipse? Because that's what we Elizabeth and I were out there chasing it around too. We're like, where is it? Let's see it. And we're basking in it, and it was just such good energy. It's still good energy now, but and you saw it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so none of us got sleep last night, so that's okay.
Hmm.
um but we were talking about that, right? Actually, Elizabeth was mentioning how the things that we do in our practices, such as staying up all night to see a specific moon. There's some people in our circle that might not understand that. Like Elizabeth was saying, people might think we're kind of a little "Woo," like, oh, you're missing sleep to see the moon, like what's wrong with you? But like it doesn't matter what people think. Like we know what's important to us in our practices, and we have to sort of come together like this in this space. Like we get it, we understand each other of why we do the things we do, so
Hmm.
um yeah.
Yes, and in this space, nobody thinks we're weird. In this space, everybody like, oh, I love that you did that. I
Yeah,
support you
exactly.
and love you. So
That's
yes.
right, exactly. Yep.
Oh, Rebney, work, work, work. Okay, I get it. I get it. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been incredible, I think. And any
This has
final
been great.
thoughts as we close?
I would say that I just feel, It's really neat because every moon, of course, it's called something different and it feels different. It's in a
Mm,
different sign. But I would say under this one here, I do feel energized. Like I normally do under a full moon. I know we're having this conversation in someone else's live stream, and some people were saying the new moon energizes them more, and for me, it is the full moon. But here's the thing: it comes in like a big energy, like, and then I'm tired, But it's like that energy that propels me to keep going, and in this one under Virgo, because it's under my Western astrology sign, I feel, like, really inspired. Um, I've been there's been some things holding me back, emotionally and physically in life recently. I would say even, mm, last maybe June it started, and so now I'm feeling like this full moon is really pushing me out of that, and I appreciate that. And just, being here with you all and, offering this and being in your presence, it's really helpful, and thank you. I really appreciate being part of this, and, I know that there's so many people in this community that really appreciate this. Even the people that couldn't be here tonight, they'll watch back and they'll still feel the energy for sure.
Lexi, I'm late.
Oh,
Lexi,
hey, Lexi,
welcome.
girl. Hey, we're just closing up. We're just closing up. Lexi, do you have anything that you want to release in the fire? Um, or anybody else that has joined, please let us know before we end the live. We'll be happy to do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. I have, like Lexi, I have the gratitude jar is right here. It's soaking up the energy. You can see the moon is literally like right there. Right there. Right there. Fire is
I
here
love that.
warming us from the rears, from the tuckets.
Yeah,
The
yes.
tuckets.
Oh, and I can hear the crickets and you're barefoot. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. It's so close here. It's so close.
I
Spring is
thought it
just
was
around
gonna
the
because
corner.
last night it was like a little chilly, right? So I was like, it was like 50 in the low 50s. But I just had like my snuggie. I had like my snuggie, and it
Yeah.
was, ooh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Can we put 3 pieces of paper in there for that? Right, Lexi?
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom. Bye.
Yes.
Yeah, get rid of that, huh? For sure, my friend. I'm sorry that you're dealing with that crap. Oh my gosh. Okay, girl, watch this. It's gonna go.
Ready? I got you.
Damn.
But it's still there. What the heck?
Dang.
It's like it initially, remember the things, I don't know what they were called. You used to cut them out, and like as kids, right, was a toy, and then you baked them in the oven and they used to shrinky dinks. Is that what they were
Shrinky
called?
dinks.
Yes.
Yes.
So it does that, like a shrinky. Selena's did that, and Lexi's did that, like a shrinky dink, but then it stopped, and then it
Oh.
didn't finish burning all the way through. What the heck?
Oh.
You're going down, buddy.
That's right. You're Get him, Elizabeth. Get him.
Down.
Look at that. She's gonna make sure it's out. Like, go. I know Shrinky Dinks would make great charms. You know who was just talking about that was Karen. She mentioned that she would like to do that live with somebody. I've never made any. I don't even know how to do that, but that
I
sounds really
didn't
fun.
either, but that sounded like a lot of fun.
It does sound like fun, for sure. Elizabeth is not playing around, man. She's like, all this is gonna go. Poof.
Whether you want to or not.
That's right. Uh, Lexi, when we she put that paper in the fire, I almost felt like the Leo lion roaring, like, "Wah!" like, "Wah!" That's right.
Beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful.
oh,
Aw.
Brienne, thank you. Oh, it honestly, it's such a good feeling to come here and share the space, and um I wish that we all lived closer. I think I always say that because it's just kind of like, why is it that we're always spread all over the place? It would be so cool to be
Yeah.
physically around that fire right now, right? With you all. But this is the next best thing for
That
sure.
would have been so cool. Like everybody brings their drums and we have like a drumming circle
Mm,
right here under the oh, that would have been amazing.
yep.
Been amazing. So so good. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank
Yes.
you for your love and for your support, uh, for all the well wishes and for the release. We did a beautiful prayer at the start of the live to Grandmother Moon, and it was to help us transmute all of the negative energy that is coming our way so that
Mm,
it could turn around and turn into something else. So, I love you all very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Ange, for being a lovely co host. I
yes.
appreciate you as
Thank you.
well. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your evening. I know it's late. Thank you for staying up with us.
Mhm.
Love, love, love.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for having me again. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the next full moon. We're just gonna play it by ear. Of course we have to play with Mother Nature. If it's raining or something, obviously we can't have the fire. So far so good. 2 for 2 here. And again, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for physically, putting this all
Mhm.
on and for holding space for us and creating this space for us. So and thank you all for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.